Welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you see, we're back in Farming Simulator, and it is January 2nd. Just going to go over here and take a look and see what we've got produced. Got 5 crates of lettuce, 2 crates of mushrooms. Those are actually full pallets, not like our eggs over here that produce very slowly. Got 36 pieces here. I was looking at some prices here, and next month is actually the time to sell for our oyster mushrooms. If we come up here to lettuce, it is also the time to sell for our lettuce. And it looks like our best price is actually going to be the restaurant. Farmer's market is a little bit better, but I believe that's all the way across on the other side of the map. So the restaurant's probably just going to be our best bet, be the easiest. And it's the same for farmer's market's a dollar better, but we're still just going to use the restaurant. But we won't be doing that until tomorrow morning. Right now, the only thing we need to do is we need to run a little bit of water around. Clicking on the wrong button there. So we'll spin around real quick here. Looks like we're going to have to make a couple runs through here. Also, no honey produced yet. That's fine. We're not too awfully worried about it. I was just checking a few things on in game. I was going to grind out some contracts. I saw how fast we're producing, so I figured, well, go ahead and jump in here and figure we'll have probably 6 pallets of lettuce. Probably have 3 pallets of mushrooms. I know we won't have a pallet of eggs yet, but eggs also don't sell, or their best sell value is not until, I believe, November. We're going to take care of our water, and then we're going to sleep. Just pass the day. I'm not going to be worrying about running contracts right now. I think we got more money sitting beside these 2 greenhouses than what we can get through contracts. For some reason, it's not letting us dump our water there. There we go. They're both full now. So we're going to pull over here. Go ahead and refill. Jump out. And then we're going to head over here and go to bed. 8:06 in the morning. A little early to go to bed, but we got things to do. Hopefully the weather's halfway decent. Well, it looks pretty decent. We got some snow on the ground, but that's just fine. 47 pieces. Y'all need to start giving me more eggs. As you see, we got quite a bit more lettuce there. 3 pallets of mushrooms. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and top up on water. The terrain actually affects, or the snow on the ground actually affects the handling of this. I don't think it did that in the last farming simulator. Yeah, we were actually stuck right there. I guess that right there would be a reason to get a 3-point hitch on the back of this thing. I could hook a small plow up to it and clear out the snow. Alright, our big greenhouse is full. Little greenhouse is full. I have no clue how many trips this is going to take. I'll do it in as few trips as possible, just so I don't bore everybody to tears here. We'll take the mushrooms first, since there's only 3 of those. Oh, look at that. The stop sign got in my way. Trying to get that pallet over the back of the tailgate there was a bit of a pain. And then I remembered that I could actually open the tailgate. Take our first 2 pallets of mushrooms here. Oh, we're sliding. I will back up the entire way there if I have to. There we go, we're on the road. I just ignored the pole there that we ran over. Hopefully we can get enough from this little delivery here to boost us enough to get a bigger truck. Our next year when we do this delivery, if we don't have a bigger vehicle by that point, which we probably won't, we will be leasing the equipment necessary. As $1,900. That's 2 packs of mushrooms, right? Oyster mushrooms, $9.80 at the restaurant. Oh yeah, I guess that's close enough. $9.80. It was $19.60 is what we got. So yeah, that sounds about right. I think instead of struggling with this thing though, because of the snow, we're just gonna make do with the telehandler. And look at that, already up $5,273. Look at that, got 2 pallets. That'll definitely make this trip a lot better. First 2 run of lettuce coming in here in just a few seconds. This should be a little bit over 2,000. There's 2208 in the bank. Like I said before, basically my plan at this point is I wanted to get some passive income going. That way we're not just constantly grinding out contracts. I can pass a few months, take our harvest in, and like I said, our next harvest is we're definitely going to lease the truck. Lease probably one of the 18-wheelers. And one of the bigger trailers, preferably the trailer with the auto-loading ramp. That way we can load everything up into the trailer and then back up, like basically back up to the sell point there at the restaurant and then unload the trailer. We don't have to carry a forklift or anything down there. We can just reverse direction on the bed and it'll automatically start spitting out all our product. Another $2,200. I think I've got 3 pallets left. I'm going to try and grab all 3 of them in one go. And it's not time to sell the eggs, so we will leave the egg pallet where it's at. See what we can end up with come, I believe, November is when we sell the eggs, or is the ideal time to sell the eggs. And yes, we have 3 pallets left. Because of where everything sits at, it's going to be a little difficult to grab all 3 of them in one go. So I'm going to come in at it from this angle, and I'm going to try and push them. Now my thought process here is if I can take and stack one on top of the other, I'm going to have to take it just a little bit slow here, but we have 3 pallets. We got one dancing a little bit on us, but technically it's not secured with anything, so it's perfectly fine for it to dance a little bit. The worst case is we bounce it off right in here and we just have to come back and re-grab it. But looks like we've managed to get down here with it. There's the first one. Back out of these. There we go. We are up to 13,000. All right, everybody. So I've passed a little bit of time. As you see, we got a little bit of honey started. Our bees are actually coming out. We have quite a bit of lettuce, but we're going to wait until, I believe, January or February to sell that. Just got to check our water levels. Water is all right. Water over here is doing all right as well. Max is 7,000, and over here max is 40,000. So we'll take care of that here in just a minute. As you see, we have plenty of mushrooms starting to collect. Again, we will take care of that in optimum selling time. What I wanted to show you is after grinding out some contracts, I'm up to 72,948. So we're going to be getting a couple vehicles. I want to get rid of our little side-by-side. It's been good, been trusty. We've only had it for, I think, half an episode, maybe two, maybe one full episode. And we're also going to upgrade our little trailer here just because it only holds 2,000. And I need it to hold quite a bit more. As you see, max is 40,000 on here. So let's go to the store. Actually, I think I need to go to vehicles. There we go. So we're going to sell that. And we're going to sell that. Then we're going to go to the store. See if we got anything on sale. Not that we need. So first thing, we need a small farm truck. That's 179 horse. That's 300 horse. Before I actually get the pickup, let's look at trailers. That's 90,000 for that big thing. So yeah, we wouldn't be able to afford anything else. We'll go ahead and just upgrade to this one. Not a big upgrade, but it is going to make things just a little bit easier for us. But we'll go ahead and buy that one. And then we'll go ahead and get our truck. Let's get the old International. Not a fan of that color, though. Gotta have a toolbox in the back. Have to have a trailer hitch. That is an expensive trailer hitch, though. Toolbox is about right. That's about what I paid for the toolbox on my truck. I like that blue. Go ahead and purchase that. Let's get over to our new truck. That definitely sounds like an old truck when she starts up. For right now, we're not going to be doing a whole lot with this truck other than pulling our water tank around and filling up our greenhouses. I also wanted to try and keep it somewhat cheap, but we definitely needed a farm truck and a water tank. And using the little side-by-side and making 20 trips around my greenhouses to fill them both up was getting a little old. And also, the last episode I recorded for about 36, maybe 38 minutes. My plan was to make that a standalone video. After editing, I was down to about 15 minutes. Might have even been less than that. So I've combined the beginning of this video and this, this part of the video. I'm going to combine into one video instead of having two separate ones. Not sure what our time's going to look like after we finish the edits. Make sure we make the swing through here. We can definitely make that swing. Let's fill this thing up. Definitely takes a little bit longer to fill up than the little 2,000 liter tank we had. But this tank is 3 times bigger. I wonder if that filled both of those up. That filled both of them up. Just parking in the middle, we filled them both. That is a lot easier. That just cut 2 trips off of my normal transit time. Go ahead and fill it up. And then we're going to park this here. I did go through and I sold off all our chickens. Didn't really make anything off of it. But I bought 20 chickens of the same age. That way, when we come into our chicken coop, we're not looking at 4 different tiers of chickens. Alright, everybody. We are back again after quite a bit of grinding on some contracts. As you see, we're up to 122,000. So we're going to load up our eggs. It is November 1st. Or actually, I want to give them one more day. We got 2 days in each month on this. I imagine that 149 is not completely accurate. So we are going to pass one more day here. I thought I did this before I started the recording. Apparently I did not. So we're going to pass this one day real quick. Take our eggs in. And then we are going to get our semi-truck and trailer. Oh, this is not a full pallet. Okay. I wonder how much a full pallet actually holds. But we're going to go ahead and take it in. As you see, it's November 2nd. I don't want to waste any more time on waiting for product. Because if we do that, we're going to miss the sell point. Not be able to sell these eggs. At least not for a full profit. That's good enough. And as you see, we are out of chicken feed as well. So we're going to have to run up to the store. I've actually already ordered it. It was 2 pallets. I ordered 1,500 each. Their food is actually good for probably a few more days, but fasten tension belts just so we don't lose this. We're gonna go drop this off down here at the restaurant. If I don't crash through my greenhouse over here hitting the wrong button. Got a deer down there in the yard. Poor deer probably thinks we're chasing her. Oh, wrong button again. And just let us take a look real quick to see if there's a huge difference in price on these anywhere. We are at the restaurant right now, 1408. 1413 is the best price over at the farmer's market. You might drive halfway across town just for a little bit of difference. And this isn't a full pallet, so it's probably going to be closer to 1400. 1266. I don't know if I showed this off or not in the last episode. I still think that's pretty cool though. This video's taken me approximately a week to get put together for you guys. Not exactly part of our plan here. Repair? Yes, please. We're gonna pull on over here, pull off the side, that way we're out of the way. And I clicked on the wrong button again. There's the button I wanted. So we're gonna go with the international. Yeah, let's go with the black. Rim color gray. Total price is gonna be 50,000 instead of 45,000. That's because we went with black. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pay the extra for the paint job. Not a smart financial decision, but I like it a lot better. And we gotta get our Profi liner. We're gonna go with the standard. Not gonna worry about changing the colors. Purchase that for 29. Well, I can line that thing up a lot better than that now. Alright, we are hooked. Now I'm probably just gonna kill some time now until February when we turn in our harvest for January and February. January, I believe, is when we turn in our mushrooms and our lettuce. February is when we can turn in our honey, I believe. So I'm just gonna kill some time between now and then, sleep, probably work on loading this trailer just so I don't spend all day on the episode trying to load this trailer and end up missing our deadline. Alright, let's see. Close curtain side. There goes the boards, and it's closed up. Oh, I forgot we still have the belts on. Started lifting the entire trailer. Alright, we got our truck back. Got our telehandler back. We have plenty of water. We almost have more lettuce than we do water. And we have more mushrooms than we have water, that's for sure, but they're both full on water. So I'm gonna do a little bit more off camera here. Wait until the time passes. Alright everybody, after quite a bit of grinding, more just loading the trailer, which you will see here in just a second. There's the trailer loaded down. I've got a little bit more to put in here, possibly. And then also what wouldn't fit in the trailer, which we're going to have to get that in quick before it actually explodes and goes everywhere. But let's see what we've got over here. 2 pallets there. 1 pallet there. So we are going to have to make multiple trips, but we'll go ahead and take our big trailer down. Close our curtain. We are actually stuck right now. Let's go ahead and get this one down there, get it out of our way. We are top heavy. I don't know how we're going to fix this issue of being stuck over there. There's 6,000 in the bank. There we go. We got her moving there. I didn't think that was going to happen. Hopefully we don't have a train coming. This could end up being very bad. Yeah, we definitely have to do something about all this snow. We're just going to come in here, load up the rest of our pallets, and then take a nap until tomorrow. Alright, that's loaded. We're going to go ahead and sleep till the next day. Make one last run, and then we'll start storing up for next year. 2 pallets here, 1 pallet of mushrooms. So one of the things I do think we may do, we need to rearrange here. I need to set this stuff deeper into the property, just because trying to dodge these telephone poles and then the traffic, like that right there. I don't think I got it on recording, but I was clipped by cars probably 4 or 5 times, causing me to launch pallets across the property. And with this pallet fork and this truck, you can't stack them 3 high in the truck. You have to stack them 3 high on the ground and then put them in the truck. So I'd have several pallets stacked 3 high, and then I'd get hit by a car. It'd launch me back into my stack of pallets and send all my pallets flying. There was a couple times where rage quit was very close. Fasten belt, close curtain. Alright, there we go, folks. We're up to 107,000. Not a bad haul. Alright, and then we're going to pass time until tomorrow, and we're going to run the honey, whether it's full or not. I don't think the pallet will be full yet, but we're going to check it out and see what we get. 287. Not as much as I was hoping for, but we'll make do with it. We're just going to use the telehandler here to run it down there. I'm not going to bother loading it up on a truck. 311, that's not great, but it is $311 more than what we had. I'm going to move some of our equipment here because we got to do some rearranging. With this property, this just isn't working. And we're going to borrow the neighbor's field over here. Alright, there we go. Select this building. We can sell it for $25,708. So let's go ahead and sell that. We got 2 more pallets here. We'll take care of those, and we got a 3rd pallet right there. We'll take care of those probably off camera. That one for $17,139. So we did lose some money there, but. And lastly, I want to do this one real quick. $47.60. All right, we're gonna move those pallets. What I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to actually set it up to where it's easier to get to. So we're probably gonna set up the water tank back here. Do one right here, and one right here in this back corner. That way we'll be able to get to them easily, or a whole lot easier. And then we'll see how much money we've got left, and we may do a new chicken coop. So we did the big greenhouse. That was pumping things out pretty quick. A lot quicker than what we were able to keep up with. I think if we go with a medium. Alright, right there. Yep, there we go. Our sell point's there at the front. That can go right there. And let's go with a medium right about there. And our sell point is towards the front. And see, we still have 109,000, so jump on our telehandler here. We're gonna go ahead and take these down, sell them. No point in holding on to them right now. Alright, all that's sold. let's upgrade our chicken coop. I wanted to make our fence bigger, but it wouldn't let us complete it out. But we got a chicken coop. Let's go ahead and sell all of them. Sell. And we'll have to move food over here for them, but that shouldn't be too hard. There's 250 chickens. Get one rooster. Alright, our chickens have food. We're gonna grab this little pallet of eggs over here, run it in. But we're down to 7,000 in the bank, so off camera I'm gonna do a little bit more contract grinding. And next episode we're gonna be getting some new equipment, possibly buy a piece of property or another piece of property so we can actually start planting a farm. Also would like to have a barn where we can actually store some of this equipment. If there's anything you all would like to see me do on here, definitely put it in the comments below. I'll see what I can do for you. Any suggestions, comments, anything like that. There we go, 237. I'm going to wrap it up there. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.